Have you ever ruined a $3,500 object? Makes me sick to think about it. I don't think I've ever ruined a $3,500 object. I don't know that I've ever made a $3,500 mistake like this. I'm selling my turtleback trailer. Actually, I'm putting off the sale for a little bit, and today I'm going to tell you the story why. What's up all my swell friends? My name's Jason Kirchie. This is Swell Runner Overland, and that was my new intro. Hope you liked it. Trying something new. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that little bell button so that you get notified whenever we come out with a new movie. And before you forget, make sure you hit that like button. You see, a couple of weeks ago, when I was making a movie for the for sale video for my turtleback trailer, if you're new here and you haven't really gotten caught up, I'm in the process of selling my turtleback trailer, and anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. When I was making the video, I was setting up the tent and everything else, and I realized that there was something wrong. Do you remember in vlog 52 last week, whenever we were talking about packing away wet? I don't like putting it away wet, but I've done it a few times before, and it's been totally fine. In a perfect world, if you put it away wet, I like to unfold it when I get home, kind of just let it air out and dry out. Well, I forgot to air it out. I got home. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, every other time that I've done this, it's like been on my mind. But for some reason, when I came home, I guess I was so, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I totally forgot. I completely and totally forgot. So when I was opening it up, it was November 15th. When I packed it away, it was October 28th. That is 18 days. 18 days. This tent, this $3,500 tent, this CVT Mt Denali Extended Summit Series, top of the line model, kept me dry in the worst conditions. I mean, has been with me literally across the country. It stayed packed up for 18 days. And I mean, what would you expect? I mean, I think this kind of stuff can grow in a few days, and the materials, it's meant to resist. I mean, it should be able to go a few days without having to have stuff grow on it, but 18 days, I mean, that's much more than half a month. I realized very early on in my life that I was destined to be the kind of person that was going to learn, or going to have to learn things the hard way. As I've gotten older, it's not always been, it's not necessarily become something of like laziness. It's been like, I just forget to do something. And then after I suffer the repercussions of forgetting to do something, I for darn sure never forget to do that again. I did something stupid. I made a pretty big mistake, and it might cost me a lot. That Highlander had a steel bumper on it, on the front and the back. Packing away wet isn't the issue. The issue is, if you pack away wet, you need to unpack when you get home and let everything dry out. This material handles getting wet exceptionally well. But if you leave it packed away wet for an extended period of time, guess what happens? Exactly what you would expect to happen. And the problem with mold and mildew growing on fabric is that it doesn't really clean off very well, I don't think. I don't actually personally have any issue. If it's killed and it doesn't smell, like the stain doesn't bother me even a little bit. Like, I could care less. But I've got a brand new turtleback trailer being built right now and I've got a brand new tent going on it. I would actually happily reuse this tent, but the logistics of everything that's happening, it's not really feasible. So the idea was for me to sell this trailer with the tent, and whomever buys it, they have a ready-made deal. It's turnkey, it's package set. But the problem I have now is I have a trailer that's used but in great shape, and I have a tent that is usable, but somebody may or may not want it. Well, the reason why we're here is because I have an HOA, and in my HOA it says that I can't set up tents or anything like that in the community. I have once or twice before, but I've got one particular neighbor who has complained every single time that I do that, saying that our neighborhood is not a KOA. And I said, I know, which is why I only had it set up for a couple of hours. But, so yeah, I just, in the spirit of trying not to tick anybody else off, I asked my bishop if I could set it up here in the church parking lot for a couple of days during the week. It's been up here and getting some sun and airing out. Let's go check it out. This was actually the worst right here. And you can see the material still has quite a bit of mold on it, or mildew grown in it. Actually, to me those stains don't look as bad. You can still see some right there and over there. I don't know what to do. It really stinks. Really stinks. I really think it's ruined. I really just don't think the stuff's not coming off. I've scrubbed and sprayed and scrubbed and scraped, and the stuff's still in there. And I don't know if the stains will actually go away, but I'm also not sure that the mold is, or the mildew or whatever it is dead. This is sort of a last-ditch effort. This is a solution of 1 part bleach, 10 parts water. Basically, well, actually, it's a little bit less than a cup of water for a gallon of, I'm sorry, a little less than a cup of bleach for a gallon of water. Really apprehensive of putting bleach on here, but I gotta kill the stuff though somehow. This is significantly easier than the little squirt bottle I was using yesterday. You see, yesterday mixed a mixture of basically 1 part water, 1 part vinegar, and like a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice based on white vinegar, based on some of the stuff that I'd read online. And I don't feel like I saw any difference whatsoever. But anyway, I was squirting that with a little tiny squirt bottle. Talk about finger cramps. I just realized everything I just said, the microphone wasn't on. Anyway, I'll summarize what I said. Yesterday, sprayed it down with bleach water. Today, I'm gonna check it out. Left a generator running last night in eco mode, and left the fan running as well to kind of keep air circulating inside. I'm really curious to see how it looks. Let's go check it out. Honestly can't tell if this is better or worse. It looks about the same to me. Yeah, I mean, even this one we sprayed with a Clorox solution, and it still looks the same. So at this point, I've sprayed down the inside with a white vinegar, water, lemon juice solution. I even made a paste of lemon juice and salt and like rubbed that on the inside and scrubbed it. Actually, the very first thing I did was I made a solution of just like Dawn and water and like warm water, and I used that to scrub down the outside, and that worked really well. It didn't work on the inside. I've tried just about everything. I was actually pretty apprehensive about putting the bleach water solution on there, you know, because the bleach is a little bit corrosive. But I figured at this point, I mean, what more is it going to do to hurt the tent? I mean, it's it's already got mold and mildew growing in it. The only thing left that I wanted to do was I wanted to rinse it out with just fresh water, just regular old water. Just get it all rinsed out, wipe everything down again, and just kind of clean it out as best as I could. Sort of an unintended side effect to the lemon juice, even though it was not very much at all, but it did leave everything with a pretty sticky residue. I think that the bleach water yesterday and the water today probably rinsed that off, but the floor was especially sticky, and I wanted to take advantage of this opportunity with it being all wet, kind of dry it off. That way the process of wiping will also wipe up whatever sticky residue might be left or might be being washed off, you know, with the water. And if you notice, the floor is still blue, and because this is the plastic coating that came on this floor. And when I first got this and mounted it, I was so tired and I didn't feel like contorting my body anymore. And I certainly didn't want to pull the mattress and stuff out, which would have been the most efficient way to remove the plastic covering. But I was so tired, so I was just like, forget about it. I'm not even gonna mess with it. I'll just leave it. It's not hurting anything. It's not hurting anybody. I'm gonna pull it off here in a minute, so if there is any sticky residue left, that'll come off. I've had a bit of a development, and I'm going to share it with you in a little bit. It's kind of a saving grace kind of development. Kind of excited to tell you, but I want to wrap this up first. Remember I was telling you I had something worked out with CVT? Well, Bobby at CVT, he's been very, very good to me. Not only has the product been exceptional, I've been very happy with it. Bobby and CVT as a company, the customer service has been great, they've been responsive, they've been helpful. If I've ever needed anything, they've always been there for me. I have a relationship with them. I have sort of a promotional trade kind of relationship thing. I still pay for the product, but the bottom line is I've been really happy. And anyway, I called Bobby just trying to figure out if he knew any tricks or secrets or any way of like trying to fix this problem that I've created for myself. And unfortunately, I mean, the mold and mildew was in the fabric. I was able to kill it, but you can't get the stains out. What's done is done. After I cried a little bit and moped and fell into a bout of depression for a couple of days, Bobby said, bring it up to Chattanooga and we'll work something out. probably thinking, where's the rear swing out thing for the turtleback trailer? Glad you asked. Well, when I was in the process of getting everything cleaned up, and this was in the middle of all this tent stuff going on, I noticed a small hairline crack, just teeny tiny, right by the weld, down by the swing arm base hub thingy. I didn't think it was that bad, but I watched it a couple of days, and on my way up to Chattanooga, it finally happened. So as you can see, once I got the lock off here, this thing's all but ripped here. So the good news about it being so ripped here is if I can get it ripped the rest of the way, then I don't have to undo all these bolts right here. I was stopping like on a regular basis, kind of checking on it, because I didn't realize what it was going to be. I should have taken off before I even hit the road. I just didn't think it was going to move that much. I had to like field strip this thing at like 11 p.m. when it was like 30 degrees outside. Really stunk. Bottom line is, got a new one coming back. Actually, already have a new one in from Turtleback. Already have it put on. It's a new style, much more heavy duty. Doesn't have the roto packs on the side. So, the first step is to put it up on the rack. Tom, what do you have to do to like prepare the tent?
To prepare the tent, we had to mount the rails to it,
okay,
and attach the ladder,
okay,
and get everything out of it. It's not really a lot to it.
So we said tighten them down until there's just a slight bend in the bar right here. Next step, so we got to set the ladder to the right height.
Hello, misters. Hello, everybody. I'm the king. I'm the troll of the bridge.
So, we've got the tent on the trailer. We've got it bolted down. We've got the mattress and everything installed inside. Did you know that there's these little Velcro straps that hold it down? I didn't know that. We've got the ladder set. The only thing left is to fold it up and install the cover. All right, this thing's all loaded up. Let's take a look around. Hey Tom, whoa, how'd that happen? Hey, do you mind going through the model lineup real quick with me?
Not at all. What do you want to know?
All right, so let's start with the smallest to largest. What's the smallest model?
The smallest tent that we have is our Bachelor,
Take a picture.
or Mount Bachelor.
Hang on one sec, I'll take a picture in a sec. So the smallest model you have is a Mount Bachelor, and that's a two-person?
It is a two-person, yes, sir.
Okay, and then what's the one next step up from that?
The next step up from that will be the Mount Shasta, which is considered a 2+.
Okay.
The next step up from that would be the Rainier.
Okay, so the Rainier's the next step up, and the Rainier's 3+, right?
3+.
And then all of them come in Summit series, right?
Yes, they all come in Pioneer and Summit.
So after the Rainier, then you've got the Mt Denali,
Mount Denali.
which is the behemoth, or it was.
It was.
And now you've got, after the Mt Denali, you've got the Three Sisters,
We've got
right?
the Three Sisters.
Then you've got basically two models. So you've got your Pioneer, and then you've got your Summit. And that's applicable in every model, right?
Correct.
So tell me the difference between the Pioneer and the Summit.
The main difference between the Pioneer and the Summits is you will have an upgraded floor structure to the Summit line. You also have a telescoping ladder instead of a sliding ladder. You'll get 380 grain material instead of 280 grain. You also get a 2.5-inch mattress instead of a 3-inch mattress, but it has a condensation mat under it. You also get shoe bags that go with it.
Got it.
Also inside the tent you have USB ports and a built-in LED light.
Don't do that. So, the moral of the story is, if you camp and you pack away wet, make sure you open everything up when you get home and dry it out. I knew this, but I forgot. Now I'll never forget again.